Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Mu'tasim al-Hamidi for Rashidun.com. Our video today is on how to shift from desperation to hope. What a huge shift and what a wonderful one. At the same time, let me give you the good news. It's quite easy if you develop the discipline behind it. It is something that has created tremendous positivity in my own life and the lives of people that I've shared this secret or this technique with. How can you shift from a state of desperation to a state of hope? It's simple. Just change your thought. Change your thought. If you master your thoughts, you'll be able to change your state from desperation to hope, and even sometimes from frustration and from doubt to certainty. How can you do this? Because our states are based, our emotional states, our psychological states are based on our thoughts. So when you are in a state of desperation, your internal focus or your internal attention is focusing on something that is negative, something that has caused you to feel desperate. Someone let you down, someone did not stand up for you, someone who did not back you, or some circumstances that did not really or were not optimal for you. So you just felt frustrated. You had hope, and that hope did not materialize, or that hope was not fulfilled, so you just feel frustrated. Actually, you don't feel frustrated because of this. You're just feeling frustrated because you're thinking about this, or you are expecting it to happen. If you train your thought to be able to shift to more positive thoughts, and I'm not saying tricking yourself, as some people might suggest, don't ever deceive yourself. Don't ever trick yourself. Clarity is power. Truth is power. Certainty is power. But deceit is never a good thing to do. What I'm saying is expand your reality, as I explained in one video that I shared with you in the past, is actually changing your thoughts in order to include something more positive. As much as there are negatives in the world, there are actually far greater positives. So just focus on the positive. Train your thought to expand and accommodate more positive thoughts, or expand your mind to accommodate more positive thoughts, and you will see that you can actually shift from desperation to hope. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Yusuf, إِنَّهُ لَا يَيْأَسُ مِنْ رَوْحِ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الْكَافِرُونَ. Indeed, only disbelievers, people who don't believe in Allah, they are the ones who fall in desperation. Why? Because believers have Allah in their thoughts. When you have Allah in your thoughts, if someone lets you down, some circumstances overcome you, okay, you don't dwell on them, but you see them in the light that Allah has designed this to happen, and Allah meant it for some good reason, absolutely, because He's the all-wise and He's the all-merciful. So if Allah has designed this, there must be good in it for me. Just as the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith reported by Imam Muslim, that amazing is the state of a believer, whatever happens to him or her is actually good for him or her. So whatever happens, whatever Allah brings your way is good for you. So when you expand your thoughts and shift your thought to the fact that Allah is merciful, that Allah is in control of everything, that Allah is wise, and Allah will take good care of you, that's going to bring hope into your heart. And realizing and believing in the promise of the Prophet ﷺ that everything Allah writes down, everything that Allah brings to you is actually good for you, as long as you have faith in Allah. If you believe in this promise, it's going to empower you. It's going to take you from desperation to hope in a second, in the fraction of a second. You might say, I've tried this before, but it didn't work out for me. I understand this is a very valid consideration, but let me share with you the same secret I usually share in my videos. You haven't developed the discipline behind it. You need to work on your thoughts at times of ease. You need to bring them back to Allah. When something good happens to you, trace it back to Allah. Thank Allah for it. Let your thoughts dwell on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on His greatness, on His mercy, on His generosity, on His forgiveness, on His care, on His attention. Even at times of ease. Don't dwell on the gifts themselves that you have got. Learn or teach your thoughts, train your thoughts to always focus on Allah, on the greatness of Allah, on the mercy of Allah, on the love of Allah, on the care of Allah. And you will be able to shift yourself at times of hardship. You will find your thought pattern will come to your rescue, and it will take you out of desperation straight. You'll find it easy because you're trained, you've trained your mind to shift to positive thoughts about Allah and you'll be able to find yourself full of hope at the most desperate moments. Look at the Prophet ﷺ. At the time of the Battle of the Trench, when the companions were even scared to go and answer the call of nature, they were digging out the trench. The Prophet ﷺ dug out, or he was trying to break a huge stone, a huge rock. He hit it the first time and he said, Allah has given me the keys to Yemen. Allah has given me the keys to Rome. Allah has given me the keys to the Persian Empire, the Persian capital at the time. The companions were scared, but the Prophet ﷺ gave them the wonderful news. Why? Because he had trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because he had hope in Allah. So at the most desperate moments, he had hope, absolute hope in Allah, unshakable and relentless hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We can all develop this. Just by following the example of the Prophet ﷺ, train your thoughts every day to focus on the positive, and you will be empowered. You can shift from desperation to hope. I hope and trust that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fills your life with hope and trust in Him, and get desperation out of your way. Until we meet with another video, I remind you, press the like button if you like it, share it with your friends so we can make more of those videos and share them. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.